Hi, today we're going to learn on how to derive the sum of an arithmetic series. Derive a formula for the sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic sequence if the first term of the sequence is a and the common difference is d. So we know very well that an arithmetic sequence is seen by a common difference, and its general term is given by Tn is equals to a plus into n minus 1 multiplied by d. So now we want to find the sum of the arithmetic sequence. So the sum, which is denoted by S subscript n, is equals to term number 1 plus term number 2 plus term number 3 all the way up to term subscript n minus 1 plus term subscript n. So how can we find these terms? So term number 1, using the general term, it's going to be equals to a plus into, where there's n we put 1 minus 1 multiplied by d. It will give you 1 minus 1 is 0, so term number 1 is a. Term number 2 is going to be a plus into 2 minus 1 d, which is equals to 2 minus 1 is 1, so it's going to be a plus d. Term number 3, it's equals to a plus into 3 minus 1 d. It's equal, so 3 minus 1 is 2, so it's going to be a plus 2d, right? And then now for term subscript n minus 1, it's going to be equals to a plus into n minus 1 minus 1. So remember that this n minus 1 is this one here. We substituted it inside n of the general term. So now we're going to have a plus, so you're going to add the minus 1 into n minus 2. So t of n minus 1 is equals to a plus into n minus 2, and then t subscript n is going to be equals to a plus into n minus 1 multiplied by d. Even here it's multiplied by d. Don't forget that. Multiplied by d, multiplied by d. Now we know our term number 1, which is equals to a. Term number 2, which is equals to a plus d. Term number 3, which is equals to a plus 2d. And then term subscript n minus 1, we know it's a plus into n minus 2 multiplied by d. And then term subscript n is going to be equals to a plus into n minus 1 d. So to write the sum of n, which we said is t1 plus t2 plus t3 plus t subscript n minus 1 plus t subscript n. Where there's t1, we put a, so it's going to be a plus, where there's t2, it's a plus d, so it's a plus d. Where there's t3, it's a plus 2d plus t of n minus 1 is going to be a plus into n minus 2d plus a plus into n minus 1d. So this is going to be your first sum, Sn. So now at this stage, what we're going to do is we're going to let the last term of the sequence be equals to L. So this is the first term, right? So this will be the last term. So the last term is equals to a plus into n minus 1 multiplied by d. So this will be your second last term. So the second last term is going to be, so if this is L, this will be L minus D. So how so? Let's see. So the second last term, which is T of n subscript n minus 1, it's equals to, so you're saying it's A plus into n minus 2 D. So to write it in terms of L, we're going to say, okay, fine, let's break it down. Plus into nd, multiply the d inside, minus 2d, which is going to be equals to a plus nd. So let's break down this 2d. So it's minus d equals to a plus nd minus d minus d, and then we're gonna say a plus, so let's put this inside brackets, so it's going to be n minus 1 into d minus d. So if you take a look, this is your L and this is your minus d. Now we know that this second last term, it's t of n minus 1, which is equals to L minus d, and this one here, it's t of n, which is equals to L, the last term, right? So let's write it nicely. Sn is equals to a plus d plus a plus 2d plus L minus d plus L, right? So now what you're going to do is we're going to reverse the sequence here. So meaning that this being the second last term and this being the last term will be your first sequences, and these ones will be your last sequences. So the first will be last, and then the last will be the first, right? So we say Sn is equals to, so the last will be first, so it's going to be L plus L minus D plus, and the first will be last, so meaning that this one here will be first, so it's A plus 2D, and then this one, so it's going to be plus A plus D plus A, right? So now this Sn here is going to be your equation 1. Make it our equation 1. So let me write it proper. So this will be your equation 1, and this one here will be your equation 2. So now let's add these sequences here. So if we add the top sequence, which is equation 1, and the bottom sequence, which is equation 2, so Sn plus Sn is going to give you 2Sn, right? And then the A plus the L is going to be what? A plus L. Put it in brackets. And then the A plus D, so it's going to be A plus D plus L minus D, right? And then now we're going to add this one with this one here, so meaning plus L minus D plus A plus D, and then we add with this one plus L plus A. So let's write it proper. 2Sn is equals to, so it's going to be A plus L in brackets plus, so the D will cancel out, you'll remain with A plus L plus, and even here the D will cancel out, you'll remain with L plus A plus L plus A. So as we can see, these terms here are the same. right? So if you write it, you're gonna say it's 2Sn is equals to, so because you don't know how many are these terms here, you don't know how many are they, you're going to put n, a certain number of terms, multiplied by a plus l. So now we're going to divide by 2 both sides, and your sum is equals to n over 2 into a plus l. So your sum can be this one here, or you can substitute the L value, which we know it's a plus into n minus 1 d. So you're going to say Sn is equals to n over 2 into a plus. So you're going to write the a plus into n minus 1 d. And then we're going to say n over 2 into, so the a is going to be 2a plus into n minus 1 d. So this will be your sum of n terms for the arithmetic sequence. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe and write your comments down below.